How long that process took?
It took me 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah, because ChatGPT wasn't the thing. Yeah.
But why did you write a book?
I said, who am I to write a book? Or I'm like, who else would find that interesting? Dude, if you want to build authority, you have to be that first half of that word. It's like author, become an author. I'm like, holy shit, that hit me so hard. As dealing with people like Gary Vaynerchuk's people, Ryan Serhan's videographers, I worked a lot with the teen moms. And then not too long after, I realized realtors suck at social media. And that's the one thing I've been working on my ass off for so many years prior. Like, if I can use that social media stuff, use it in real estate, and it actually works, maybe I could teach some people.
Welcome to Bricks and Risk.
We try to extract what we want for whoever we talk to so that the audience is like, man, like, that's like a good tip. That's a good nugget.
Sure.
Like, I like how, again, we want to get to know our guests, but we're also trying to get like some advice, some experience, failure, some success out of the guests.
Yeah.
So that people listening and watching are like, yo, that's her. I was there at one point. Or like, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, of course.
So
I realize that too. Every time I now do like an interview, I'm like, yeah, okay. And usually I'm not just the viewer. Now I'm like the one asking questions, so I have to pay attention. I'm like, okay, now that I'm paying attention, I'm learning so much. I'm like, okay.
All right, Doug, here's a good question for you because Sean doesn't know you, and I've heard a little bit about it.
Okay.
Why did you write a book?
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I had this one follower. He reached out to me. His name was Ron. And Ron's like, dude, you're speaking, you're traveling, you have a cool brand, you have good content, but we don't have a book. Why not? Let me ask you the same thing. Why don't you have a book?
Why not?
I said, who am I to write a book? Why would I write a book? I said, I know I'm somewhat funny and interesting to some people. Mom definitely finds me interesting, right? Yeah. But I'm like, who else would find that interesting? So anyway, he's like, dude, if you want to build authority, you have to be that first half of that word. It's like author, become an author. I'm like, holy shit, that hit me so hard. And I said, authority, gain authority, become an author. I said, okay, how? How do I do it? Where do I start?
Where'd you start?
Fast forward to the conversations, he convinced me. He was in Colombia at the time, so he flew over to New York City one weekend. We got a room, and the whole room was just plastered with Post-it notes. Just chapter 1, it's going to be this. Chapter 2, 3, 4.
Wait, was he mapping out for you based on
like a year. Yes.
Social stuff and everything that he saw from you?
No. He's helping me put everything together. And then he said, all right, chapter 1 is going to be about this, 2, this, that. And then the next day, we went downstairs into like a nice little lobby area, conference room, and I just started taking notes on this thing. It's the audio, just walking and talking. I'm like, all right, chapter 1, social media. Well, I guess we got to be on it, and this and that. And I just started saying everything. And then finally, when we had all the audios and all the chapters laid out, we put it all together and had it all on paper.
How long that process took?
It took me 3 years. Yeah, because ChatGPT wasn't the thing. We still.
All right, so it takes 3 years. How much time are you spending on that, like in a week? So actually, a couple hours a week or a couple hours a day?
No. It was like every now and then when I have the time to do it.
You had time.
Little details. Yeah. Everything took a little bit of a second to get things going.
Gotcha.
And for 3 years, the book was called. It wasn't called Expose Yourself. It was called Real Estate Fame, and I hated it.
Yeah.
That
doesn't seem like you at all.
No, it was too bland, and I couldn't think of a name for the life of me. So I get on a coaching call one day. This was 3.5 years later, right? Finally, I'm like, towards the end of it, I'm like, I just need to release it. And now my coach is yelling at me. She's like, you have to get it out. I was like, stop procrastinating. Her name is Kim. I'm like, Kim, I hate the name of the book. I don't want to get it out there. And she's like, all right, let's regroup. So we regroup for like 10 minutes. And she says, well, it's about exposing yourself. I'm like, say it again. What did you just say? She said, expose yourself. I said, that's sepsy. I'm like, let's just go. And then I said, I already know how I'm going to market it. I'm going to have a little book. And she's like, well, don't be fully naked. I'm like, you're right.
I'll be half naked. All right, not fully.
Yeah, so I figured that would get attention and get people kind of laughing and whatnot, but also remembering the name. So I'm like, that's the way I'm going to do it. So now it's a good piece. Like, listen, this is my best business card that I bring. Like, here's my card, but also here's a book.
Well, you're like, wow. It's like you're passing over 2 or 3 different hurdles, right? So like the person that doesn't know you is like trying to get to know you, and you're like, oh, here's my book, and it's like, boom, you've already created your own authority for them.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. I also wanted, and I put a little bit of like psychology into it. I said if I put my face on it, people won't necessarily talk about it too much because again, who am I? But a name they'll post that everywhere. They're like, oh, expose yourself, like take pictures of.
Good name.
And so,
Because they can go to a few different directions. It's
Totally.
not like social based. It's not real estate based. It's not even business based.
that's what I wanted. I want to hit every single industry if I can, any sort of entrepreneurial industry that wants to grow a name and expose themselves, right? So I'm like, this is it for them. So it took me a second to do, but also I wanted to make it blue with the colors, something that people can put on their, little coffee table or their shelf. And yeah, and now I have people using it in like listing videos and like putting it out there and just like, okay, this is cool.
So, all right. So when you were like, getting the content together for the book, like, are you like trying to paint like a story of your journey, like what you've learned? Or were you trying to like hit a certain audience to be like, no, I want to tell you about how to do this? Like, what kind of book? Is it more of a story? Is it like how to do things?
It's more of a how to do. So again, didn't want to make it about me. It's just more so. So even the front says that I'm a social media luminary that found real estate.
Okay.
And that's really what it is. I came from the music industry. I was a social media tour manager for a DJ group. I was traveling with them, doing all their stuff.
How old are you, if I don't mind me asking?
When I was then,
Well, how old are you now?
I'm 31.
Okay.
Now I'm 31, so I was maybe 20.
We're 46.
46?
Yeah. We got 15 on that.
15. You're good. I got a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. But yeah, I was 20 years old-ish, just traveling, having fun with music.
So you basically learned it through that like vehicle and then applied it into.
I learned so much back then.
Yeah.
I was dealing with people like Gary Vaynerchuk's people, Ryan Serhan's videographers. I was talking to, I worked a lot with the teen moms over on MTV. Yep. What's her name? Jennifer Evans, or I forgot her name. Damn it. Anyway, but a bunch of the teen moms, Farrah Abraham, for example, she made a song with one of our DJs. So like I was working with them so much. And I learned all these things. I never made a lot of money, but like I learned so many valuable things about marketing and branding.
When was like the lightning bolt where you're like, all right, I'm doing this and I can take this and then just convert it into real estate?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It was never real estate. I was never like focused on real estate.
What was the like turning point where you're like, I can take this and then start a business this way?
I started my own marketing and branding agency. Was because I learned all that stuff from social media, started my own agency. That was fun and all that stuff. Didn't really go anywhere.
Which is just servicing kind of like any.
Kind of, yeah. I went to like a sushi restaurant. I'm like, I'm going to do your website and marketing. And they're like, sure, no problem. Like, okay, what am I doing, right? Figuring it out.
You make a banging dragon roll, they're like, we do. You're like, yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, so that was moving on. And then one day I saw my one buddy, because I'm a big hockey guy. I used to play hockey in high school against this one dude. Just this black dude, handsome, dapper, and all his posts are just like the most handsome man alive. I'm like, dude, what do you do? I'm like, I'm so curious. And he's like, I sell real estate in New York City. I'm like, I'll try that out. Yeah. So I shadowed him. We were rivals in hockey.
Were you doing it in New York, or were you sticking to Jersey?
Yeah, I went to New York at the time. And so he was just showing me his lifestyle. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. So I'm just traveling and just seeing him. And I'm like, I want to do real estate. So I go to New Jersey, I get my license, and then I start that up. And then not too long after, I realized realtors suck at social media. And that's the one thing I've been working on my ass off for so many years prior. Like, if I can use that social media stuff, use it in real estate, and it actually works, maybe I could teach some people.
Very cool. And stand like if there's like no one doing it to the degree that you knew how it could be applied, it's like
just to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the whole story from
Very cool, man.
beginning to where it is now. So man, good questions. Thank you for asking that. I didn't talk about it every day, so it's cool.
And I know we know each other, like we've chatted, like I've seen you at events and stuff like that, but I didn't know.
I
didn't know anything.
A lot of people don't, because I don't talk about it.
gotta read the book. Man, you gotta read the book. Right here. Come on, expose yourself.
Right. I'll sit down right now.
Thank you. Thanks
for having us, man.
Yeah, heck yeah. Absolutely. And please, wherever you guys want to set up or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's very packed.
Oh, what's up, Jeremiah?
What's up? It's going to be a packed room. So, I mean, last year, I think we had like people over here, all over the furniture.
It's my buddy Sean Mooney.
Hey, what's going on?
Jeremiah Kabelka, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
He's isn't real.
He's over. This is cool.
Haddonfield, right? Haddonfield.
Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Did you make any more to you?
Office.
Oh, yeah.
Like it?